Okay, this is the old Pueblo of Giza Wa. The ruins here go all the way down to the edge of the river, and the Catholic church here was built right on top of the ruins, and the highway was built right on top of the ruins also. This was already here when the Spaniards came in the 1500s. Most of the dwellings were built with the resources they have here, and those were the rocks. Today, in the present day Pueblo, the homes are made of adobe, mud, bricks, and some are now made of concrete and frame houses. There are many ruins up on the mesa tops, and all the mesa tops all the way down to the Pueblo, all along. I'm a retired school teacher. I taught 37 years down in the community and in Albuquerque. Well, I did help my mom with her pottery when I was, smaller. I did all the sanding of her pottery, ever since I was able to, move my arms back and forth. I am Jemez. It derived from Jemish. Jemish is the name of my people. When the Spaniards came and heard that, they named it Jemez, according to the Hispanic vocabulary or alphabet. The open space that we're coming up to is the Plaza, where dances take place. The dwellings are over on the side. The kiva is like a church, just like the Catholic church over there. It's respected, sacred to us. Go in there and many activities take place in there, dances, praying. As you know that many pueblos here in New Mexico, most of them have circular kivas. And if you've ever been down to my pueblo in Jemez, at the end of all these mesas, we have square kivas or rectangular shaped kivas. I'm not sure why they started to make them in the square or rectangular shape. Maybe to have everything the same. The pueblos have their homes there, either square or rectangular. Or there's a kiva up here that's square. Maybe that's where it all started. We'll have dances on the 10th of August to celebrate and honor our ancestors. It's open to the public. Everyone is welcome. So when they practice in there, and then they come out here to the plaza and do their dancing. These are some of the dwellings. As you can see, the rooms were small, not like nowadays. We have large rooms. Back then it was less to clean. Okay. Anything here from the mission here west down to the river are the Giza Wa people's dwellings. And from the mission over to the east are the dwellings for the friars that came out here. This open space, it was a cemetery. This was a cemetery for all the converts. If you notice in all the pueblos, up the Rio Grande Valley, the churches, the cemetery is in front of the church or over to the side of the church, and then there's a walkway. It's the same here in Jemez. During the time of the Spaniards, when they came and found Giza Wa here, it was a wonderful place to build a church. Mm-hmm. So this church was built with slave labor. They were not nice at all. For Pueblo people to be at peace with the Spaniards, many times the Spaniards wanted them to do just to keep peace. But everybody has their boiling point, Several times they rebelled against the friars. Mm-hmm. So in that case, this church was burned twice. Back in the early 1600s, it was burned and the priests killed. And then, of course, during the Pueblo Revolt of 1680, it was also burned, the Revolt of 1680, when all the Pueblos went together and rebelled against the Catholic Church. We were never Christianized fully. Our Indian religion is very strong. Thanks to our, religious leaders. Yes. That's the bell tower.
Oh, they have
it's
a bell?
Very unique that it's an octagon shape. That was a watchtower too, I'm sure. As we go inside here, we'll see there was a part of it that they had a way to get up there. See how thick these walls are. It's very cool. And our church presently in the Pueblo has very thick walls also. And the adobe homes are thick also. Of course, there was a roof, you know, they've all has caved in through time. And there was a top here where the choir was, the loft here. You can see some of the burn marks from the time that it was burned. Churches have the 12 stations of the cross, and that's also the same here in Jemez Pueblo. This altar was built right on top of the limestone. As you can see, the limestone now. Steps are still visible right there, and over here they've kind of crumbled. The present Pueblo church also has these side spaces here where the saints sit in Jemez. It's a massive church. This is the sacristy where the priest prepares for Mass, and then right behind there was the priest's private chapel, right around the corner there. And then further up were the steps that led up to the bell tower. This is the courtyard right here. Livestock was here, and probably had rooms for the livestock too during bad weather. As you can see, this mountain comes down this way, and that's where that church was built, right on the rock. And there's pinon trees and cedar trees here. Pinon was one of their staples. You ever tasted pinons?
No, I never have.
Oh, they're delicious. When the Spaniards came through here, the reason why the Spaniards stopped here was that the captain was looking for sulfur.
Oh, okay.
So he can make some black powder for his, for his guns. Of course, all the Spaniards came because they were looking for gold. But they didn't find any. The rocks that they used here were all from this area. I used to bring my students here on field trips many times throughout my teaching career. And we came through here, and I always stopped the children here because there was a rock that had fossilized seashells.
Oh, really?
And children, school children always enjoyed it. And when I came through here last week, it was gone. Somebody swiped it. This is a buttress. Today in Jemez, I only see one home that has a buttress. When I was younger, I saw, more homes that had the stabilization of the two walls or several walls. I want to show you where the square kiva is. It's up this way. It's this one. The square kiva is right here. As I said earlier, the Pueblos have round kivas except Jemez. We have two rectangular shaped kivas. I don't know if they carry the idea from here down to the present day Pueblo. This is the fireplace right there. And there's the shaft for ventilation. This was already built, the mission, one of the dwellings. When the Spaniards left here after one of the rebellions, they were chased out by my people. Then they made use of this whole area, and they turned this room into a kiva. Come up to our fiestas in Jemez, and then you can see how we have carried our culture all the way down there. Here is August 10th. In Jemez, it's August 2nd. There's a festival, dancing, food sales, arts and crafts sales. And it starts early in the morning from a run from Jemez Pueblo Plaza all the way up here. And it's 13 miles to the Pueblo.
I won't be doing that.
I started once in the plaza and got as far as that convenience store in the Red Rocks. And then I had to get in the vehicle.
Yeah.